Hello, hello.
What up, though? What's going on?
Welcome back to another episode
Blazing Soul. I was seeing whether or
Blazing
not
Soul Podcast.
my tie was straight.
Your
Blazing Soul
tie is
Podcast.
straight. Either that or you just gotta like move your body like this and make it straight.
All right, now. What are we doing here?
Yes, awesome.
Blazing Soul Podcast back again every Monday to talk about what's going on, to highlight our communities, Asian and Black, and to kind of highlight entrepreneurs, small business owners, entrepreneurs, those that are in the community that's actually making a difference. We see on TV all the time movie stars and athletes and things of that nature. But now we're looking at people that are in our community that is still affecting change.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what do you have to talk about today? I know you got to talk about something because you were up in arms. This boy, man, she was so...
Today? Are you talking about today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do we really want to talk about it?
Well, you don't have to get into the specifics as of what was said because it was very derogatory, but
it was
because of the platform that we're on.
Yes.
I think that it would be good.
I should share.
No doubt.
I should share.
No
okay.
doubt.
So today was proof that, as we all know, racism still exists out there, right? And I have a really cute, adorable picture of my nephews. And I found them from 20 years ago when they were babies. And so I had my actually ex-brother-in-law, his phone number saved in my phone. And I thought it was his phone number. However, I text the picture like, oh, look at this cute picture of the boys when they were babies. And I get a response back. Obviously, it wasn't his phone number. And someone responded back the N-word with an S at the end.
In full disclosure, the young kids that she's talking about are all Black. So she sent a photo of 3 or 4 kids that were African American, and it was the wrong number. And the person responded with the
N-word.
So she was up in arms. She posted it on Facebook. She was upset.
I didn't do public though. Because I don't like to, get everybody riled up. It was just a quick vent and I let it go because I don't want to give it any energy because we all know that it's out there. But, we focus on the good. We focus on who loves us. There's more people that love us than that hates us. And so I'm not going to give that negativity any energy. So I just vented, let it go, and just, leave it alone.
And it's funny because, there was a myriad of responses that we got.
Goodness, your high school friends.
No, I've known them just about through high school, but my college guys, they said it was like, man, boy, 20 years ago, let me tell you,
it would have been different.
Let me tell you what
you would have answered back. You would have called back for sure. And then I also responded like, I've changed too. I would have done the same thing if you knew me back then.
So we don't.
But we don't want to go there.
Right. We don't want to highlight negativity.
Exactly. We don't want to highlight negativity.
But it is funny because, like I said, throughout your day, everyone gets busy. You got 100 things going at once. But some things just make you pause in life.
Yeah, it does.
There was no reason for that response. No matter what your thought process is, there's no reason to respond to a person sharing a picture of family members.
Yeah.
In that type of regard.
And one of my girlfriends from Grand Rapids did call the number.
Of course she did.
And it was actually a kid. And I said, well, that makes it even worse if that was a kid doing it, because where is this generate our future going? Like there has to be an adult that paid for the phone or that belongs to, like, who's teaching this kid to do something like that? But anyways, so but focus on the good.
Was wild, boy. She was, babe, come here, let me show you this. She was fierce.
But I only gave it, you guys know me, I only gave it a quick second. I vented and that's it. There's more good than bads out there. So people are, more good people than there are bad people. So
Okay, so what's on the horizon? So, you guys think I'm playing? I did hire a producer. Okay,
You
now,
did.
yes,
Where
and
is
they will
he?
start.
You
So,
fired me?
no, I did see. There's no firing. There's only upward mobility in this
Upward
organization. So
mobility.
now you not only
Mhm.
are a part of the visuals as far as a host,
Mm.
but now you are
Babe, I
director.
just want to ask you something.
Yes.
What do you have the heat on today?
Okay. All right.
Because I'm
Let's go
sweating.
ahead. Let's go ahead and put this out in
Look at this.
the atmosphere.
My husband
Every
wakes
morning. No,
up.
no,
He
no,
has a
no, no.
habit of turning the heat on to 83, and he doesn't
Listen,
think so. He
listen.
thinks it's automatic that it does that. But I'm sweating. But
We
anyways, if I'm sweating, that's why, because
we have one
he
of those.
likes to
No,
have
see,
the heat on 83.
we have one of those new thermometers.
Well, we
that
need
is
to
a smart
reprogram
thermometer.
it.
So at night it drops down, and in the morning it raises up.
Yes.
For the last 5 years, she'd be like, "Man, did you turn the heat on it?" No, I did not. Okay?
I'm going to put a camera there in the living room and physically catch him one day. So, anyways, on to the next.
We have a producer that will probably be starting next week.
Okay. I'm anxious to meet this producer.
No doubt.
All right.
And they will be handling some of the stuff that my wife usually does while we're on the podcast. We scrapped some of our overlays. We're doing new overlays. We have an agenda that will pull up. A lot of stuff is going on. That's number one. Number two, the Blazing Soul egg rolls are en route. Okay.
Hey, did you see the videos I sent you?
We did another test of the Blazing Soul egg rolls yesterday. In full disclosure, she probably made 100. I got 5. Okay. So it shows
I asked you how much.
That shows you the husband, the hierarchy involved. But everybody loved them. They were fighting over the last ones.
Wait. How about the mom had her hand underneath the daughters, like just to catch any crumbs?
That's wrong.
She was like, hold on. You saw that in the video.
You shouldn't say that. That's so wrong.
She's like, okay.
But so we are in the process. We got the place where we make them. You have to make them in a kitchen that is approved and all of the accoutrements that comes with making a product for consumption. But we've got that narrowing down some packaging, and it will be coming. Let me tell you something, okay? What? I know this is like a sales pitch, and y'all like, yeah, of course you're gonna say they're good. So you're trying to sell them. No, listen to what I am telling you, okay?
What are you saying?
These damn egg rolls are so good. I had just ate some Popeye's chicken. I'm telling y'all my Sunday, but I had just ate some Popeye's chicken, okay? So I had a meal that I ate. She came and was like, all right, babe, I'm going. I'm taking the egg rolls to the Mother's Day function. I saved you some. And then she slid about 6 on there.
Yes.
By the time she got in the car
they were gone.
down the street, I had mashed them. They were done. They were
done. They're that good, huh?
Okay, so
okay,
we're going to give out some taste tests. I'm going to send some to the gentleman that we have on as a guest tonight so he can check it out. He's on the food as well.
Yes. Talk about food. Why don't you introduce our guest for the night?
Okay, this is DJ Joe right here.
Yes.
I'm just playing.
DJ Joe.
This is Joe. Let me tell you. Met this gentleman. We're both in the same realm as far as marketing is concerned. So we both learned, idiosyncrasies, what we like, what we don't like. Just palling around talking as well as doing some things collaboratively on the marketing front.
Shocked that you had some in common.
And shocked sounds like a harsh term, but
because not everybody likes always like old school hip hop. Because when you talk to me, it's like a foreign language to me. But you love when you talk to someone that just knows good music like you that you like.
It
right?
doesn't have to be old school.
You're
saying like I'm
period. Music. You love music. It doesn't matter what kind.
90s and 2000s.
He loves music, period. And I don't really know music like that. So when he's asking me, babe, you remember this? Babe, you remember that? I'm like, no, because I grew up watching and listening to all loud music. So I didn't really get exposure to like until I got a little bit older, and then I started. Now I know a lot of music,
Well,
but
first of
I'm
all-
not like him. He
First of all,
loves music.
there are loud hip hop artists out
Now
there.
there are, yes, they are.
We know a few. I've invited a few to the
See,
segment.
and then I know their songs. See, because it's my duh. That means come here, right?
Teach me how to flaunt.
Teach me how to fawn. Teach me how to fawn.
I'm down. I know
Teach
this.
me how to fawn. See, so what does fawn mean?
It's a dance.
What does fawn mean, though?
It's a type of dance.
Oh, wow. I'm impressed.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't mess with me. Yeah, don't mess with me. I know what I'm doing. But anyway, learn that, I like it. He likes hip hop music. He does gravitate towards the old school as I do. And old school to me isn't 70s and 80s.
Right.
It's 90s, 2000s.
Of course.
Around that genre. But it was like, I have a see, she just spoiled. See, that's why you're firing me. That's why we get a producer right.
Is that why you're firing me?
That is why we are getting our producer.
I put these on here. See, is that
okay?
Good?
So this gentleman has an organization that, if it's not nonprofit yet, it is going in that direction. That he does this not to make any money, but to gravitate change. But the name of the business is Beats, Beds, and Browns. So I'm like, dude, what is Beats, Beds, Browns? He was like, well, Beats for local hip hop, Beds because he wants to curb the problems that we have concerning hunger and everyone having a decent, healthy meal to eat. So he's into gardening, but he's into raised bed gardening that you can do yourself on a windowsill in your backyard, so that you can start a garden, so that you can be to some degree self-sufficient with your food source, but also healthy stuff going in your body. Do it yourself. And then Browns. And I'm like, Browns, man, okay, hip hop. Then we got gardening. All right, what's Browns?
What's Browns?
And he was like, brown liquor. Okay. So after I stopped laughing for the first 4 minutes after that, because I'm like, local hip hop, gardening, and brown liquor. I love you, dude. You're a brother now. You know what I'm saying? So that was the start of kind of our relationship moving to that degree. And it was such a unusual mixture of different things that I had to find out more. And when I found out more, I found about his cause that he's doing 100K in 10 years and all of the things that we were doing. Learned about some of the local hip hop artists that he tries to promote and highlight. Real artists, not that nonsense that we hear sometimes on the radio, but real hip hop. So that kind of gravitated me towards this as well. But I've given him enough introduction. Let's go ahead and bring him out.
Let's bring in.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's going on?
How are you?
Appreciate that intro.
I know. Long, nice intro.
Warming, yeah. Feels good to be here. Happy to cut it up a little bit and learn a little bit about what you got going on. New producer.
I know, right? He's firing me.
That's not firing.
I'm getting fired.
It's upward mobility, man. It's upward mobility.
Yeah, now you can manage.
But I have said, we've worked on a few marketing endeavors, and I was putting something together one day, and fellas was on the chat with me, and they're like, "What you doing?" Like, I'm finishing up this for Beats, Bears, and Browns, and he was like, "What?"
Like, what?
So then I tell them about it, and at first they're like, "That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of," and then slowly but surely they was like, "You know what? That is kind of ingenious. It sets him apart from her." I'm like, "It doesn't it?" Because your mind goes 1,000 different ways when you hear the name and then you see what's behind the name. So first, give us a little bit about your background from Joe, the marketing professional.
Yes.
Sure. So found marketing as a passion in high school. Thank you, Professor Kohler. Had a goal of having a commercial in the Super Bowl all through college.
Wow.
And, as we're pushed into marketing versus sales versus advertising, I followed a marketing path through undergrad curriculum, ended up working in banking. So financial services for a small community bank as their marketing director. And that wasn't enough for me at the time. There weren't enough challenges, weren't enough hurdles to overcome. And ended up going down to Texas, just north of Dallas in Plano, finishing my MBA in marketing management while I worked in public policy. So the only linear there is we dealt with small businesses and communications.
Right.
And at that time with public policy was really when digital was taking over. They were starting to use the websites as fundraising tools. They were starting to organize online. And I saw the power of that. So that when I came back to the Chicagoland area in 2009, I started JRS Marcom as a way to not be Joe the unemployed guy. As unemployment, fresh off my MBA, and I knew I wasn't going to get many handshakes if I was out looking. So I started providing a service that turned into business, which turned into repeat business and referrals. And we were really handling anything with marketing in front of it or having to do with marketing until 2015, when we pivoted to our current iteration, where we exclusively do digital website design and development, lead generation with social media, and then search engine optimization campaigns, including paid advertising and video.
That's 360 marketing right there nowadays, man. Flat out. All right, so I'm not going to mess around anymore because I want everyone to hear this story. How in the hell did you come up with Beats, Beds, and Browns, dude?
Yeah, no, I call it my COVID crisis. We were holed up like everybody else with, I'm an extrovert, so it was especially difficult on me not being able to get out and talk to people. Conversation with a buddy. He was sharing his friend who is also a client of his in financial advising, and he kept coming in with these big liquid YouTube checks. And all he was doing was taking apart things online.
Wow.
He built a huge following. So after we tipped a few glasses of brown, we started saying, hey, how do we get involved in this? What can we start doing? And I was like, nonsense, we're not going to do that. So you walk away, you give it a couple of days to ruminate and think about it. And it came up with Beats, Beds, and Browns. And really, from the get-go, it was just an incredible synergy with the media production capabilities of JRS Marcom. It got me out talking to interesting people, founders of companies, regenerative farmers, state senators, the artist community. It really did scratch that itch in terms of getting out and talking to people. And it has just gone in so many different directions now. I alluded to the fact that I'm taking a farming internship with the Lake County Extension. We were recently down in Louisville touring a couple distilleries, and that gave me an entree into conversations with the management of the distillery and potential interviewing. We're talking to the health systems out here about potential programming around urban gardening and nutritious eating and well-being care. And, it's allowed me to reconnect to live hip hop performances in Chicago. We go in regularly, interview people that we have interviewed, we've stayed in contact with, and then the people that they're promoting shows with or featuring, we go to explore as potential interview candidates. And really, as we're out, we've gone to Earth Day festivals, we've gone to hometown markets, having booths set up. Nobody can say no to do you garden or like gardening.
Right.
Do you like music?
Yeah.
Maybe hip hop is the next question. And then do you like whiskey? So maybe 2 out of 3 people can say no to, but there's always that one that catches them in. And all you need is a second to have a conversation and start to share. And people have been really receptive to the idea and the different pathways that we're taking now. You mentioned the 100K in 10 years initiative, which is our goal to distribute 100,000 seed kits, organic heirloom seed kits, never touched by a chemical, distributed across the 48 contiguous United States. And we're just now in the process of shipping our 500th seed packet.
Wow.
And we also sell seed kits and plants, and have participated in farmers markets to distribute fresh produce as well. And we're also working with the Northwest Indiana Food Bank to set up a program for any excess produce out of our garden gets distributed to those in need.
That is amazing. When I heard about the 100K initiative, I thought that was ingenious. I mean, there's literally no way that you can have an excuse for that. We're sending you
Free
the
seed.
seeds, dude. Put some dirt in a cup, put it in there, get started. I mean, it can't be more simple than that. But what kind of pulled you to the healthy garden type of aspect? Did you see a true need for it, or do you see how unhealthy we eat? What was your motivating force?
Yeah, so admittedly, I'm not an expert in any of the three topics. So let's throw that right out the window. I'm just here to learn more and expound upon my own knowledge and share what I come across, because it
Right.
really is, it's magic to me. The story of Jack and the Beanstalk. You put seeds in the ground,
Mhm.
maybe you show up on the third day, there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden on the fourth day, holy smokes, now there's something popping out of the ground. It
Right.
really
Right.
is, to me, I get chills just talking about it. It's like the literal magic of the children's
Right.
tale.
Mhm.
And then to understand that the ease, someone like me who never grew up in ag, never had farming background, et cetera, you just take to it and learn. So why aren't people who are struggling to find food to
Yeah,
eat and nutritious food to eat, why aren't they doing the same thing?
sure.
So good reasoning. Good
Wow.
reasoning. Now, everybody's asking right now the hip hop aspect. Where did the hip hop aspect? I say some things to you certain times. You pick up on it. I say it around my wife, and she's like,
What is that?
I don't understand what
Yeah.
you're
I don't
saying.
know what you just said. Who is
Yeah,
that?
so the hip hop community and athletics overlaps substantially. I'd say that's where I picked up the habit. Starting off in elementary school, listening to LL Cool J Bad was my first tape. Then we got into the Most Def production crew and a
You
little
know who
Beastie
LL
Boys.
is.
I know LL.
You have no idea who Most Def is.
Most Def.
Yes. Even though my
What does he
favorite,
sing?
even though
Or
my
rap?
favorite, one of my favorite hip hop artists is Talib Kweli.
I've heard him.
Oh, Black Star. Oh, now you're
Okay,
talking.
I've heard of
They're
that
partners.
name.
Yeah, they were in a
Okay.
group together. All right, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah, it's always been what I've navigated towards and listened to. And, as we become parents, as we have small children, we get away from pop culture and we get away from the things that make us us.
Yeah.
So, I had an opportunity then to not only reconnect with that part of me, but then also use that as a conduit into kind of pop culture overlap to draw an audience into the garden piece.
Mhm.
And then brown spirits is, just something that we always tip back a sipper and enjoy at the end of a long day or
Brown
start of a long evening.
I'm a Hennessy man myself. Thank you very much. But
There you go.
okay. So all right, now let me ask you this. Now, I'm not priding him
Wait,
in
did
any.
you say you're Hennessy? You've been around a lot of loud people.
No. Hennessy did not originate from the loud culture.
I
young
know
lady.
that. But loud people love Hennessy. I know they did.
Hennessy has been a staple of the African
I
American community
understand.
for generations. Okay. But okay, let me get back to this. I get called the old fogey by my children and their friends because when they get in my car, I have what I call my happy rap, which is 90s and 2000 rap without any of the cuss words.
But the crazy thing is now that's all they listen to.
My son does because it's been instilled upon him.
The girls.
Too. And the girls as well. Tribe Called Quest.
The girls,
all of that. But do you listen to new rap that's on the radio?
This is your listeners will appreciate. This is the ignorance I came into this with. You think that everyone thinks like you, and at a certain point, occasionally you step back or are forced to step back. But one of our first interviews, Ethan Draco, was a 20-something-year-old kid, and he's really got some great songs available on YouTube, and he's released some additional tracks since we interviewed him. But I was talking to him about his, influences, and I'm expecting to hear the old heads like I grew up with, and he came out with Drake and a couple other popular, and I was just like, my head had to shake. I'm like, oh man, I couldn't name a Drake lyric. You know what I mean? I missed that portion of it, and I'm sure if you were to play it, I could sing along or whatnot to a couple of them. But we kind of skipped. We overlapped like Marcelo, 90s, 2000s. hip hop, which was our prime back in the heyday, right?
Yeah.
And we went right into emerging artists. And so now we're, listening to folks like Queenie LaRouche, who just tore up Sway's Universe, Jujilla, 312 Music Award winner of Emerging Artist of the Year in Chicago.
Wow.
J Love Raps, Stone Cold lyricist. We got Constant L. Burtz, who's currently performing throughout Indianapolis and tearing up the local scene. And these guys, again, they're not just beats and hooks. They're lyricists. They're storytellers. They're bringing you along on their journey.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realize until the conclusion of our first season launch concert was everybody likes a light being shown on what they're doing, especially creative people. So the appreciation that I felt from the artists when I gave them a platform, when I interviewed them, they were helping me out, right? It's a hand up, not a handout.
Sure.
Like we were starting from scratch. We had 0 followers. Why they wanted to talk to me, I have no idea. Like me and Marcelo, we'll be tight for years. We'll stay in contact. We will stay connected. I'll follow their careers. Hopefully they'll follow mine. And we'll always have that. And, now it's just a race to the top. So we'll see who gets there first.
There you go.
So we have to sign up for some seeds.
Absolutely.
She ain't gonna plant no seeds.
So beatsbedsbrowns.com. You can get your dill, carrot, or acorn squash seed, and we'll ship them anywhere to the contiguous 48 states. And then if you're, like, what the heck do I do with this seed kit?
Right.
Instructions on a sticker on each one of the seed kits. But we also have videos on YouTube. We're building out a library of content to answer frequently asked questions around gardening, share our experiences. There's never a different experience year over year. One year this crop does great. One year this pest stands out. One year it's a mite, a fungus, or a bacteria. One year it's an insect. It really is never the same thing twice, which again is part of the draw for me to it. I get bored real easy. So to be able to have that type of unique challenge year over year.
You might be surprised.
No.
We might have a garden back there.
I was waiting for him to finish so I can slap down the Blazing Soul Challenge. Okay.
What's the Blazing Soul Challenge?
The Blazing Soul Challenge is when we get off this podcast, we are going to go on. We're going to fill out the contact information, and we're going to get the seeds.
We are
challenging everyone else out there. It's free to get your seeds, plant them when we plant them, and let's grow something together. We can send us a short video of your vegetables growing. We'll put ours up there, and we'll have our first Blazing Soul Challenge. I'm with that.
Sounds good to me.
So
next year we have organic veggies in our egg rolls.
There you go.
There you go.
See, our vegetarian,
we'll be our own
our vegetarian version of the egg rolls will have we'll have Beets, Beds, and Browns organic vegetables in it. So
there you go.
Way to position for new marketing.
Come full circle. I like it.
Yeah. But okay, we are both busy people, so I'm going to need you to help me.
Help you garden?
Well, we're going to plant them, but we have to nourish them. So we have to make sure they have sunlight. We have to spray water on them.
My what do you call it? Bamboo plant is dead, and they don't die. I thought they don't.
Yeah,
trunk.
Listen, if you first of all, if you kill a bamboo plant, you did that on purpose, okay? Because there's no way you're supposed to. Okay, then part 2. Did you hear her comment after that said, "Well, it's in the trunk." Yeah, if you got a plant in the trunk, it's probably not doing so well. I don't think I
had it in the trunk and I forgot about it.
That happens.
My life. Okay. But yes, we're gonna do that challenge. I'm gonna put a couple of promos up. We are going to send off for the seeds.
We'll take pictures of us gardening,
and we're gonna grow some, and we're gonna eat it too. Okay. When we grow this, we're gonna eat
cucumbers. We'll be growing
carrots. We eat carrots. I eat carrots.
Oh yeah.
But it's a surprise what we get, though, right?
No, you get to select. Yeah, you get to choose. So what we do is we take the seeds that we've saved from the prior year. So we'll end up with an abundance of something. And for squash, you cut it in half just like a pumpkin. You pull the seeds out.
Yeah.
Well, instead of roasting them, You rinse them and you dry them,
Mm.
and then you can plant those again at any time.
Mm.
Carrots actually have to be in the ground for 2 years. So
Oh.
the first year is the fruit or the produce that
Mhm.
comes with it, and then it overwinters, and then the next year it comes to maturity and seeds. And then dill's one of those things that you just can't get rid of. It comes up in flowers and attracts all sorts of lovely butterflies and pollinators, but then it turns into seed, and you'll get hundreds, if not thousands, of seeds from
Oh,
that one
wow.
plant. And that's the goal, is to be able to
And I get my
grow
hands
it, save it, grow it again, and then now you're on your way to food security, food
Gotcha.
freedom, and addressing some of those issues that is a greater global community. We all
There is, yeah.
aware of.
Okay, so are you going to do this with me? Are you making a commitment to do this?
I'm gonna be out there in the garden. Yes, I think.
No, see that.
I gotta wear gloves.
That's not answering the question. To say you're out there, you could be out there in the garden with some iced tea watching me.
Oh, I'll
No.
watch you. Yes,
No,
I'll
no.
watch you.
Are you going to
Get my hands
get your
dirty.
hands dirty?
If I have gloves on, yes. Can I have gloves on?
You can do however you would like to do this. I just want this verbal commitment. So when I start taping these small skits,
Yes.
and it's just me out there alone, y'all can go ahead and talk about her and give her grief over that. So
Are you gonna be out there with me?
I'm done. I'm a girl.
That's the question.
Let me tell you, I am there. I am growing.
All right, we're gonna grow some. We're gonna grow some stuff.
Yeah, squash. Yeah, we can grow that. And all the grandmothers you have, we give them
They
vegetables.
will love that.
They will turn that into 8 different dishes. So
Yeah.
we're good with
Some of my aunts already asking, can I use some of your garden area back there?
yeah, we have a lot of space and don't do.
And we
any-
don't
we
even we
anything
don't
with
have a green
Anything.
thumb, either one of us. So we're not out there, gardening or touching the stuff. So, but
touching
touching the
stuff.
ground.
Look at her.
touching
Look at her. What? Come on. What? Come on now. What?
touching the ground and
But-
stuff, but
no.
we will.
What do you guys?
You got to get a little dirt under your fingernails.
You
There you
got
go.
to. I mean, that's just a part of the process. You're becoming one with nature.
Oh,
When you are growing something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'll be
So-
one with nature.
All right. I don't.
You
believe
are
you.
not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that.
What are you trying to say? I'm a prissy city boy. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that?
You'd be
that's
like,
what-
I'm too
Don't
busy.
tell us we're not going to do something.
Yeah,
better
don't-
than that.
don't-
I'm
Yeah.
too
No.
busy. I'm too busy.
No, I'm gonna get out there, even if it's early in the
All
morning.
right.
I'm gonna get out there. We're gonna
Let's
get
see what
going.
we gotta do. We gotta buy some tools. We don't have any tools.
Oh, and you know what? That's an excuse. You really don't need a lot of tools. Just something to get the dirt up initially,
Okay.
get out the rocks and
All
stuff.
right.
and
We'll
just-
see who else wants to
Check
grow
check
some
your local library. Some
Mhm.
libraries are checking out tools now. Check
Oh, they are.
the free cycle or share
Wow.
communities online, or check Marketplace to see if anybody's getting rid of those tools. You don't even have. This is, again, there are very few barriers to gardening. Anybody can do it. You can do it in a pot. You can do it in a can. You can do it in a hole in the ground. You can do it with your hands. You can do it with a spade. You can do it with a shovel. Anybody can garden, really. So there's a lot of walls that we put up that, it's not a fancy pot, or, I don't have a walled garden, or this or that.
Or the weather, right?
Yeah, the weather. There's very few limitations. I was at Oasis Botanic Garden in Gary today, where I'm starting my internship. It's basically it looks like a school building, but it's a military medical center that has fallen into disarray, and they've taken over the parking lot and portions of it, and they've turned this desolate, abandoned space into an oasis. It really is, with different luncheon seating areas, different medicinal, herbal, religious, national origin gardens, like little sections. It's like the Instagrammable garden of today's culture.
Wow.
It has to be. So it's fascinating what you can do, and how much a couple plants will really dress an area up.
I think we had somebody, I don't know if she was on this interview or on another platform that I was on, but she was a student at University of Michigan. Remember, she had the refugee garden.
Oh, yeah.
She started this nonprofit, or was involved with this nonprofit for immigrants and refugees when they come, so they can grow their plants and, make themselves, because a lot of them, may not eat the American foods, or just,
I'm taking back because you were about to mention another podcast on our podcast.
No, Her Story Matters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
No.
part of a women's
No.
organization.
All right. So, yes, go out to Beats, Beds, and Browns.
Get some seeds. Let's grow
Yeah, I
some
mean, it's
things
like
together.
I said, not only is it a worthwhile cause, but dude, it's free. I mean, you can't get better than that. People say, I don't have the time to help nonprofit organizations or organizations doing something for the community. I don't have the money. There's 100 excuses. There is literally no excuse to this one right here. So go on, fill out the contact form, start the process. Why not? There's no reason.
So we're going to have a contest, okay?
Oh, now it's a contest.
Marcelo and I, we're going to get our own seeds, and we're going to see who
does better.
Who's going to grow.
Do you see how quickly she shifted away from me? And then
wouldn't that be
at
cool?
first it was, oh, we're going to do this together, babe. We're going to have a garden too. No, we're getting our own seeds, and I'm going to show him something. That you
no,
see
I feel like
turned on you like you turned up the thermostat, man.
Yes,
be careful.
Yes.
He might win, but we'll see.
Well, hey, since you've laid down the gauntlet, it's time now. I'm gonna, yeah.
Let's see.
Who's 6 feet tall plants is gonna be popping off.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Never.
And this is a perfect time because it's nice, getting nice out, right?
Never challenge me on anything. If you challenge me that I can't walk.
Me and Carmelo is gonna do it.
I'm gonna be soaked and I'm gonna have a story to tell. But don't challenge me for anything ever.
Feed the contact machine, man. You'll be out there sweating.
I'll be out there. I'm having one of them big sun hats on. I'm gonna be in there. Believe me. Absolutely. Hey, I got this.
Okay, we're gonna send you some pictures, Joseph,
of
us in the garden for the first time.
Share them online. Tag at Beats, Beds, Browns. Your favorite social media. We'll get them out for sure.
And it's everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name
TikTok,
it.
I inspired her to go out to the gardens.
Oh, he's gonna post it on his social media. It'll probably have like laughter under it and a laugh reel under there, but he'll probably post it as well. So
nonsense. Only productive pointers is all we'll share.
Okay, there it is. Like Marcelo, quit sticking your thumb over the plant. You are killing the plant.
You might want to take that out of the trunk.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm
poor bamboo plant.
And when this is over, I am going to get that plant out of your.
You're going to bring it back to life?
I'm at least going to give it its last rites. It doesn't need to be in a trunk. That's not. I'm scared of what do you do with the dog when I'm gone? Do you just be like, he'll figure it out? I mean,
that's different.
Why is it different? It's a living thing.
Okay. You're going to talk to my plant?
Probably to cry on its shoulder and tell it.
Secret grower's tip: play your plants a little hip hop. They'll take off.
Now we're somewhere now because I have a playlist that's about 23 hours long that I can just rock.
And it just might grow even bigger.
I'll tell you what, my Mount Rushmore is Nipsey Hussle, LL Cool J, Ice Cube, and Mos Def.
Ooh.
Put that on mix on repeat and let it go.
That is interesting there. That is interesting. See, I would have to, and this is just off the dome, but I would have to say Jay-Z, Nas. Biggie used to be in my top, but he has such a limited catalog that other people have surpassed him by now. So Jay-Z, Nas, Talib Kweli, Black Thought.
What is Black Thought?
The hip hop guy in the Roots. The ones that play the real music when they rapping. All right. That's my 4. I'll give my 4. That's my 4
I like it. Heavily East Coast. Yeah, I like it.
On, what's your 4? What's your 4 favorite rappers? You know 4 rappers now. Come on.
The ones you just named.
Who did I just name?
Something, I thought.
And on that note, once again, everyone,
we're so opposite.
Joe, what we usually end the podcast by saying there are a ton of people out there who are looking to start their own business. or start a nonprofit that they feel very passionate about, but a whole bunch of excuses pop up. They get to that ledge and they're afraid to take that jump over. What advice would you give them for those looking to take that extra step?
Yeah, you know what? We just watched Air yesterday, so I think we got to go with just do it. I mean, there's
Hey,
no reason to hold back.
Oh, you watched
as
it?
a
Yeah,
as
we
a
went
marketing
there.
guy, I
He
was telling
loved
my
it,
son, as a marketing guy, I
He
loved
loved it.
that
Yeah.
movie. I mean, loved that movie.
Couldn't have been the 80s soundtrack that we were all
Oh,
vibing
could
to
be.
throughout the
And
whole thing.
Is
Yeah.
that why?
my son said it. He said, "Man, you're loving this music." I'm like, "Oh my God, you have no idea how
This is
much
back
I'm
in the
loving this
heyday.
music."
Is that what made you like it?
That was a portion. Is that
Mm.
they captured the '80s pretty well? I would say pretty well.
Well, what a great time. You know, we've got the 50th birthday of hip hop.
Yep.
We've got the anniversary of the Bulls. We've got
Mm.
a movie like Air coming out, all about the culture, right,
Yep.
as a greater environment that really was shaped by the Air Jordan. I was trying to
Oh,
explain to my kids how people were getting robbed because of their
oh
gym
yeah.
shoes, right? And you'd never heard about that with
Yeah.
Tigra or Asics or Keds.
Yes.
Or,
I distinctly remember when the patent leather Jordans came out. I was in college at the time.
Yeah.
I stood in line outside of Foot Locker and waited for about an hour and a half just for them to say, "We're all out. We're sold out, guys." And everybody was devastated that they had sold out.
I had the black and red one.
Those were dope. Those were the greatest gym shoe that I personally have ever seen is the patent leather Jordans, whether that be the black or red or the North Carolina blue. They were just ridiculous to me, flat out.
Mm.
All right. Once again, thank you so much, Joe. Guys,
Yes.
just go out and check Beats, Beds, and Browns.
You've inspired me
I've
to
seen-
get my hands dirty.
Yeah, I've seen
With gloves on.
the YouTube videos of some of the concerts by the local artists. Real hip hop. I was surprised. You know, usually when you deal with younger artists, you're listening to certain aspects that the young crowd likes. I refer to it, and I probably shouldn't because everybody has their own voice, but I refer to it sometimes as kind of mumble rap, where our generation really focused on the lyrics. This generation kind of focused on the sound, the overall sound, the beat, that type of thing. But I can honestly say that the artists really had lyrics. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's, you can tell when someone puts pen to pad, and they actually have done that. So check out the concerts, check out the blog posts that talk about gardening features and the brown liquor. And we didn't really even delve into brown liquor like we should. But I kept that away mostly because I'm just trying to be politically correct, but a nice with the little squeeze of lemon on the side of the, and just not a lot of ice, just a little ice. Man, you get then the Hennessy with a splash of cherry Coke. Oh, you're killing them. Like, anyway, I digress. Go out to Beats, Beds, and Browns. Sign up for the contact info to get your seeds to start working on that. Take that challenge with us. Go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All you have to do is follow. It takes one click. You'll see some stuff about hip hop. You see some stuff about gardening. You can check out some local artists as they're pumping up what they're doing. But it's informative, and it's something that you can kind of gravitate towards. So definitely go out, check out all of these different avenues that you can learn what Joe is doing. And Joe, we usually have like a year-end hip hop edition where we have artists on and we talk about the state of hip hop. So we definitely have to have you back for that episode.
Fantastic.
Thank
I
you,
look
sir.
forward to it. I apprate the opportunity.
No problem.
Awesome. Thank you again.
Thank you so
nice
much, man.
getting to know you.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk again.
Awesome. All right.
Told y'all it was going to be a good episode. Y'all thought I was playing. When I said Beats, Beds, and Browns, y'all was like, what? I don't understand. Now you understand. His passions. He didn't just say, yep, I like hip hop, I like gardening. I wish other people would garden so that we could kind of cure this need for additional food. He went out and did something. Nobody's paying him for that. Everything he does comes out of his own pocket. So support, check him out, debate with him, because he had one person on his top 4. Nipsey Hussle. later on, either today or tomorrow, we will have a discussion. I will discuss that with him so I can see if I can change his mind
For
about
top 4.
Nipsey Hussle. Yes, Nipsey Hussle was a great rapper. Top 4 though, you got Andre 3 Stacks.
Who's that?
Andre 3000, Outkast.
I know Outkast.
Okay, the skinny guy.
I've heard of Outkast.
The skinny guy in Outkast. But
Gotcha.
you got Andre 3 Stacks. You got Big. You got Pac. You got a ton of guys. So I know it's a personal choice with him and Nipsey Hussle, but I feel that we've developed enough of a relationship that I can have a heart-to-heart discussion with him and change his view on Nipsey Hussle. But once again, I digress, guys. Like I said, we got a lot of things going on. We still have the dating episode that we're working on because, see, everybody was all for it when we were talking about it on that episode.
They were.
I'm looking for
even someone in Africa, right?
Yes. We had people from all over.
She wanted to be on our dating site.
But now that we're putting the seeds in place, everybody's like, oh, I don't know. Am I going to be on camera? Do I have to talk? It's all fun. Let's just have fun. We're going to do the newlywed thing with the couples and see how well you know your spouse. Yeah, she looks at me like that because she knows. She has no idea who I am sometimes.
More than you know yourself.
I could write her day out for her before she did it, and she would follow that. But you know how well that you do you know your spouse. This is still mental health month.
Yes.
So we will be having a panel of mental health professionals.
We're having a panel discussion next Monday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. We're going to have a bunch of experts on here to talk about youth mental health. So definitely tune in next week, 7 p.m. We're going to have school counselors. We're going to have social workers. We're going to have a lot of different people who are involved with youth mental health, and they're going to talk about some things that are going on in honor of mental health awareness month this month. So
yeah, everyone kind of envisions mental health as a bad word,
right?
And it's not. All of us struggle with some form of another of mental health throughout your life, whether it's simple depression or whether it's something more. Oh yeah, I'm off kilter. I'm insane. I mean, you know, they say the first step to help is admitting that you need help. So yeah, I'm a psychopath. That's just me, you know, but I'm a nerdy psychopath. So I guess that would kind of alleviate. You call me nerd all the time.
He is a nerd.
She sat up. She came in one day and seen me watching Jeopardy and was like, "What are you watching this for?"
Yeah, he knows like every single
Why are you trying to answer
to the Jeopardy.
Are you insane?
And I'm sitting here like, what is going on?
But yes, everybody deals with mental health in some form or another. And you don't have to go through that alone. You don't have to go through that bout alone. Sometimes you have a partner that you've been with for 70 years that you can confide in and you guys can, you know, be each other's crutch. But some people don't have that. So we're going to talk about
boxing matches.
You do not want to box me, man. I believe me. You are my wife and I love you with all my heart. And you know what? I would put on pink boxing gloves to go around with her. She better hope that there's 16 inches and not the smaller ones, because I'm telling you, the left to set you up and the right to. Okay. But anyway, everybody doesn't have that crutch. So sometimes you need to reach out. You need to talk to somebody. What you need to know is that there are people out there that you can talk to. There's people out there, you know, sometimes for no cost at all, that's just going to sit up and get you through what you're going through. Absolutely. So that's some of the things that we'll touch on next week. I will start searching for my gardening tools so I can. Oh
yeah, I'm excited about that.
She ain't excited, believe me. This is what I
am actually excited. That's encouraging.
I'm gonna plant mine
because I've been thinking that I need to go out there in the yard. This is just encouraging me too.
Listen to me. I'm going to plant mine. And I'm gonna mess with her a little bit when I plant mine. I'm like,
don't mess with mine.
I'm not gonna touch her.
Okay, because this is a contest.
I'm gonna mess with her and be like, I planted mine, and she's gonna plant hers, and then mine is gonna start growing, and hers might not grow as fast.
Oh, how about you play your hip hop? I'll play loud hip hop. We'll see which one grows bigger.
Well, see that you're still playing hip hop though.
Oh.
For it to truly be a scientific test, you
I'll
have
play
to
a different.
yeah.
I'll play loud. I'll play loud folk song.
Play the font, the real font song.
I'll play the loud folk, the loud old school loud songs
low,
that I grew up with.
Play it low,
The ones that I grew up with.
Play it low, but yeah, you can play it. But yeah, that's no competition. Are you telling me I get to rock? And I'm rocking stuff that is uplifting. Fight the power, Public Enemy. You know, stuff that's gonna get the plant motivated to grow.
Grow.
Yeah, we got this.
All right.
All right, but like I said, a lot of things on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week as always to check us out. Once again, it's amazing sometimes that we do have interaction when we're actually live. But man, you should see the downloads we get through the week. 1 month we had like 13,000, and which was amazing to me. So
well,
please,
not everyone's available, especially on Mondays to catch live, so they'll watch the replays. But also, we're on all of the podcast stations: iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Pandora, like all of the different podcast stations. So I do use the audio, and then I do upload it there. So if you don't catch the Facebook, just definitely if you're riding to work, you can catch us on any of the podcast stations.
13,000. Okay, that is impressive. I personally want to thank everyone who's contributed to that audience. You know, we see like, 500 this week and 400 or 600, and we're like, oh yeah, we're getting there.
Well, I think we took a break, and so when we came back, that's when we saw this huge like, hey, they're back, because we took a little break period, and then all of a sudden, like, we came back, and then it's like they started sending me all this like, status and stuff. So
I agree. But once again, thank you guys very much.
Yes.
It is truly appreciated. And stay tuned for the next episode of Blazing Soul.
Yeah.
And once again, it's crazy out there. So watch your six.
Watch your six.
Deuces.
All right. Lock on.